stand by for action.
Thanks for joining me. My name is Dave Milner. I am the Unpleasant Blind Guy, and I want to welcome you to part 2 of this episode of the Unpleasant Blind Guy on EDL Radio. Now remember, if you want to contact me with comments, questions, show suggestions, Awesome American suggestions, I'm available at UBG Contact on Twitter, or I can also be found as Dave Milner or Agador, that's Aggedor, on Mumblet, the Tea Party Community, Spreely, Minds, MeWe, or Gab. Now let's begin.
Well, there you go. As I say, that was Tommy on that day saying exactly what was going on. It was disgraceful with the death threats that was out there on YouTube. And you know, live feeding it, exactly what he's going to do. And still the police sat there twiddling their thumbs because it's to do with... But they did also, you got to realise that it wasn't just Tommy Robinson and his family, but that the threat was put out to the royal family and to Englishmen across this country, and specifically to us, the EDL. He mentions us. So, yeah, why are they just sitting back? But there's more to this story. I want to pass it back, Dave, because we know exactly how events unfolded that day. So I'd like to pass it because I think we got some other audio clips of exactly what went down. So I'm not going to say too much. I don't want to sort of push myself too far forward into the future because there's more that we want to discuss about this. But it shows you how corrupt these the actual police. These can't be called. They're Sharia enforcers. It's nothing more, nothing less. Sharia enforcers. That's all these so-called coppers are. Kind of cool. I want to spit when I say coppers. Dave, back to you, brother.
Well, Jeff, I just want to tell people, again, go to tr.news and you'll find all these videos. But there have been so many threats against Tommy Robinson that a lot of times it's confusing. Now, there was one. It was about a 10-minute video that this sleazeball recorded that I decided not to run because, frankly, I didn't think our audience deserved to be exposed to this moron for 10 minutes. I didn't want to devote that kind of showtime to him, and Jeff, I didn't think you'd want me to either.
We know
Jeff,
our listeners know there's pretty savvy people that listens to our shows, so they would have come across these videos, because they was up there long enough for anybody to get hold of it. And I don't know if they've been took down now, but they was definitely up there. Just a few days ago, they were still up there. Don't take them down. But
that they were.
There's a rule for them and a rule for us, and it shows. It stinks. The corruption, it stinks. The high heavens. Dave?
Yeah, it does. Jeff. It does. And yeah, as you say, the video was still up there as of a couple of days ago because obviously this was some of this stuff was things I was trying to get together for the Thursday show. And they were still up there then, and you can still, guys, try and access all this through tr.news. Not aware whether those videos are still up, but I did get some audios, 2 short audios. These are just 2 of the threats made against Tommy Robinson. These audios are going to be just about 1 minute and 10 seconds long each. Jeff, I'm going to start the first one, if you're ready.
Yep, go for it, Dave.
All right, here you go, Jeff. You guys are listening to the English Defense League radio show. This is the first threat that the first of these threats that Tommy Robinson got that was short enough to where I recorded it. So here we go.
Tommy Robinson, listen to me. I've been planning murder I'm gonna kill your family. I'm gonna kill your wife. You need my demands. When you go for a protest, I'm gonna follow you home. And I'm gonna murder you. I'm gonna stab you through the fucking neck. I'm gonna kill you and your wife. And I'm gonna leave your kids to cry for daddy. I promise you, Tommy Robinson, your wife will die.
Yeah, okay, guys, there you go.
That
Jeff,
was
what did you think of that
almost like the devil talking, because it would come over as garbled, but that was pure. Ladies and gentlemen, what you just been listening to is pure evil. There's nothing you can say. There's nothing about sanity. This is pure evil. Pure evil brought about by this cult of death. Indoctrination. This is what happens to them. They become like brain-dead zombies, killing machines. And that's what you heard, basically. Evil, you can't say nothing more about it, David. It was just pure and utter evil. And the police don't want to do the job and nick these people. What's the matter with them?
Sorry, Jeff. Go ahead, please.
No, go, please.
Okay. Now, as far as I know, that particular one was put together by a idiot on YouTube that goes by the handle KO and then a space and then 100G. All right. So if you want to get onto his account, find that video and leave your own comment, because he left comments open. Go ahead. I didn't see a whole lot of thumbs up on that one, nor did I see a whole lot of thumbs up on the next one I'm going to run. What I thought was interesting, though, was that the guy is so cheesy that he used a sound editing program to distort his own voice. But he's a sleazeball. Now the next one, Jeff, is about the same length. This is by someone on YouTube named Freddie and then the number 1. Freddie and a space and a number 1, Jeff. I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to play that particular threat as well. All right. So when you're ready, I'm ready.
Yeah, let's roll, Dave.
All right, here you go, guys. This is the second one.
Tommy Robinson, and the hitman, and I won't rest until the job is done. You will die very soon. I'm gonna come with a gun. Attention, I've been paid money for this, and I get paid to send out messages. They call me Tony the Hitman, and that's me. I've done this all my life, and I won't fail. You'll be dead by 2 weeks. I promise you, you're dead.
There you go,
Is
Jeff.
that it, Dave?
That's
there you
yeah.
go. What can we say? What can we say about that? And, the authorities, or those call themselves authorities, refuse to do anything. Like, it's total evil death threats to people. Now, I'm sure if I made death threats to anybody over my phone or anything, like what they did, they would smash my door down. I'd have police standing there with me with guns, threatening to waste me if I moved. My parents would be held hostage. That's what would happen to me if I said anything like that. So it goes to show you there's a rule for them and a rule for us. And if it's talking about, I just feel it's just, he's made death threats against the royal family. He's made death threats against all Englishmen, the EDL. We come under the same category like with Tommy. They don't really care about us. We could be murdered on the streets. They probably wouldn't even notice it, though. You know what I mean? But that is it. But anything happens to a Muslim, oh my God! And there's helicopters flying over, police dogs roaming around. Even sending the SAS like they were hunters down. My God, it's so. What's going on, Dave? It's just crazy, man. I tell you, it's just crazy.
Well, this is pathetic, Jeff. I mean, now that first small audio that I played, I'm just going to give you the titles of those too, okay? Just so people who want to find these accounts and make their own comments. This first one by KL100G is called "Tommy Robinson Will Be Killed Soon." He did that one on the 14th. The second one, the one you guys just heard, was by this Freddy One character. And this one's really cute, Jeff. Yeah, Tommy Robinson will die within 2 weeks, death countdown. And that was done on the 16th. Okay. And again, the authorities doing nothing about it. These guys just threatened Tommy Robinson. It's not the other guy that Tommy was talking about that, yes, as you said, Jeff, threatened the royal family, threatened the EDL, and threatened threatened English people, as you said. It isn't even that guy, but as you say, Jeff, it's one law for them and one law for everyone else, and it was never intended to be that way, from the Magna Carta right down to today. It was never meant to be that way. This isn't about class. This is about political correctness, just gone wild. And for people who say, well, it doesn't matter, it's Tommy Robinson today, it'll be you tomorrow. And I have to also, Jeff, say a little something to the media. Their excuse for not worrying about any of this stuff, okay, is that, Tommy Robinson is quote unquote a racist. And if he's killed, it's okay because he's quote unquote a racist, despite the fact that Islam is not a race. Okay, guys, do your job too. If this was a Muslim being threatened, you know what you'd be doing. You'd be jumping up and down like organ grinders, monkeys, demanding that the people who made those threats be imprisoned. Right now, you're doing nothing. You suck as much as the people you serve. Do you want to call back in now? Because it's just about time, man. And I can play the SHR Media promos while you do that.
Yeah, okay then, pal. Let's do that then.
All right.
Thank you, Dave.
Well, guys, you bet. Now, guys, the English Defense League radio show is associated with the SHR Media Network, on which there are a lot of good shows, okay? And just to remind you guys, all right, this show is being repeated at the Unpleasant Blind Guy page on Spreaker.com. Now, my own show times are Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern and on Saturday at midnight Eastern. In the UK, that's Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. and Saturday at 5 a.m. All right? And my show can also be heard on the Western Free Radio Network, and it can also be heard at the SHR Media YouTube page. Okay. Now, if you are listening to the Unpleasant Blind Guy page at Spreaker.com, remember this. Okay, this show goes live, all right, at 8:30 p.m. in the UK, and that's 3:30 p.m. in the United States on Thursdays and Sundays. So do come in and get in our chat room, be with us live. We would like to have you here with us. We're going to go ahead right now and play you some of these promos. This is going to be about 3.5 minutes long. You are listening to the English Defense League radio show. Here you go, guys. Now for Dave's Canes. Extras that help you navigate the new media world.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Hey, this is Michael Wright.
And I'm Shannon Wright.
Join us for The Right Way with Shannon and Mike, Monday through Thursday from 7 to 9 a.m. right here on SHR Media.
Why are they joining us?
For fun things like sports, politics.
Oh, maybe some news and entertainment?
And all kinds of other things.
Money and recipes and events, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so join us Monday through Thursday, 7 to 9 a.m. here on shrmedia.com.
From a public locker inside a dilapidated Long Island rail station comes a show designed to piss off liberals using truth, facts, and ridicule. The Lid Radio Show, featuring the conservative voice from the People's Republic of New York, the Lid himself, Jeff Dunnett. Tune in every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific on the SHR Media Network. Go to shrmedia.com. At Lid Radio, we fight for the truth, justice, and a good kosher T-bone. If you don't listen, Hillary Clinton might sneak into your bedroom in her housecoat late at night and blame you for her election loss. It's the Lid Radio Show with Jeff Dunnett.
It's your business diva here, Melanie Collette. I am inviting you to a front row seat as I discuss some of the most intriguing details of wealth and finance with today's movers and shakers in the world of business. Listen in and discover financial truths on a global, domestic, and household scale. Uncover topics that will impact your wallet today and in the future. Money Talk with Melanie airs Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. East, 2 p.m. West, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Talk Radio. You can't afford to miss it.
The new show on the SHR Media Network, Sackheads Against Tyranny. On shrmedia.com. Go there quick like a bunny, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific every Wednesday. Live and direct on the SHR Media Network. shrmedia.com. Be there.
Broadcasting behind enemy lines in occupied California, a mere 2 miles from the state capital, the bloviating Zeppelin's Berserk Bobcat Saloon Radio Show can be heard every Tuesday and Thursday night at 8 p.m. Pacific and 11 p.m. Eastern, only on the SHR Media Network. Go to shrmedia.com to listen. You can also watch on the SHR Media Facebook page and the SHR Media YouTube channel. No goldfish were abused in the making of this ad. Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
And welcome back to the Indispensable Radio Show with your host, Jeff Spider Mitchell. Yeah. All right. Jeff, my friend, we have some things we need to get covered here, man. And right now, I'm looking at the next subject that we have. All right. And it's an important one, of course. It's one that you care about, Jeff. And I know that it's a big one. Okay, certainly it's a big one for anybody that cares about freedom and things of that nature. Okay, that's Brexit. That's right. And what we've been doing these past few shows is we've been looking at the Brexit headlines because so much has been happening so fast in this Brexit battle that. We've just been taking the headlines as they come, and making a comment on them, and things of that nature. Now, this is funny, Jeff. Here's a headline. I find this hilarious. Okay, because this guy is warning about this, and I think this is exactly what we want. Okay, now the headline here, and all this stuff, guys, is from the Daily Mail. All the papers in the UK are pretty much the same with this stuff. A bunch of lefties and usually a bunch of Ramoners.
Activists, that's all. Lefties activists, though. Sorry, bud.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now dig this headline. There will be a hard Irish border if Brexit negotiations end in no deal, warns Jean-Claude Juncker or as I call him, Hitler Jr. So, Jeff, now take a look at that headline. Hasn't that really been? Remember when Jan explained the backstop business to us and all of that? Hasn't that really been something that there's been needing to be a hard Irish border? Hasn't that been needed all along? This guy's acting like it's a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, it always has. I mean, it's quite obvious that they've always needed a hard border. Whatever they're trying to do to throw things up in the air, it will turn out all right. I mean, that's it. If it turn out what I think the Irish people want, I don't believe that, that those who's involved in the Brexit would do anything to harm our friends in Ireland. I'm sure they take that into the case.
Yeah, there's so much negotiations and everything, and so many attempts to, as we say here in the United States, muddy the waters. They want to get everybody to arguing about side issues. And Jeff, to me, what the real issue here is when it comes to Brexit is, do the people of the UK want out or not? They voted out. They voted that they want out, and no further discussion is needed. They voted out. And I don't see a need to embellish anything or anything like that. Just work out the quickest no-deal treaty, and then boom. It goes back to what it was before Ted Heath initiated all this mess in the first place. What do you think, brother?
Yeah, we had not a clue. I remember that time. I remember him signing a thing, and I didn't have a clue what it was. I thought it was just common market. I thought it was to do with garden markets. I didn't understand. I was a pretty young man then. I didn't understand the implications, but you soon got to grips with it as time went by, and you realised what the hell have they got us into? And it took us over 47 years, 40 odd years, was it? How many years did it take us to get to this stage now where we're almost free? I mean, how many years do we have to wait? We've been calling it for donkey's years, haven't we? And they kept ignoring us. In the end, they had no choice but to call the people to a referendum. Either you went in or out. And, of course, Cameron thought that there was I think they spent over £9 million or something, or other, sending leaflets out across the country to tell us why we should stay. Haven't we? 17.4 million of it. Basically, I got mine and I put it in a return post. Back to sender. I reposted it. Bugger them. You know, it was a joke. I spent all that money, and taxpayers' money, to tell us why we should stay in the EU. And it didn't work. They even sent Obama over here.
They did.
Trying to say, if you don't do this, you'll be at the back of the queue. You know what he said, though, all these threats and blowing smoke, this, that, and the other. And we just, and then your president in waiting, coming up, he said, you know what, Brexit is a good idea. People should have that.
Yeah.
And, of course, everybody basically took notice of the incoming president over dumb Obama.
Well, that they did, Jeff, and I can remember.
Isn't it, mate?
Yeah, I can remember very specifically the morning that we found out that Brexit had passed. What a fantastic morning that was. And one of the first communications from the United States to the UK was, hey, we want to be the first nation, okay, to make deals with the UK, business deals and things of that nature after a Brexit, okay? And, we are going to be, if not the first, one of the first nations that you guys, even Obama said that, okay? And that just shows, as you said, Jeff, when he went over before to the UK and tried to convince you guys to remain, he was just blowing smoke. Okay, even he knew that a UK, is free of the EU, would be a good business investment, and we would be good business partners again, just as we were before the early 1970s when this mess, the European common market, began. And again, for Americans, guys,
there's no doubt about it, will there? I mean, you know that, I know that, Dave, and most of the British public, the people, we've got common sense people who understand how good this will be for this country. And all these are saying this is going to happen. Well, that's what they like. But we're coming out. And you watch the as I said before, Dave, you watch the EU, it will fall like a domino effect. It certainly will. So let's go and let it collapse, because it's nothing but pure. It's just a gravy train for the rich bureaucrats out there, the faceless ones, who authors don't even know who they are. Let's be honest, eh?
Yeah, that's right, Jeff. And I'm going to go ahead and read. I'm going to read a headline. I plucked this story out of the Daily Mail a day or two ago, and I thought this was fascinating. It just shows the mood of the people of the United Kingdom. I think even the Labour Party people and people of that nature are beginning to clue in on this. That when they back Remain, they're backing a loser. Okay. Backing a Brexit that's just Brexit in name only is backing a loser. That's no Brexit. Well, let me just read this headline, man. Because I found this fascinating. A leaked Labour document reveals the party may fight the general election without campaigning for or against Brexit, as a shadow minister brands proposal plain wrong and urges members to mobilize against it. That's it, man. So what you're seeing there, Jeff,
it's quite obvious. You can you smell that fear, Dave? Or is it something else I smell? I don't know. It's just they're petrified because they're going to be crushed out. So any general election, they're gone. They're finished. They're done. All the time they got a Marxist like Corbyn and Diane Abbott and all those muppets who sit there. You're never going to get back in power. Are you kidding? Never get back in. This country go to war to stop you getting back in, you mugs. I've got to say that it's the way it is, Dave. They're not going to have them back in power. Not as long as most of us live and breathe, No, as I say, it's quite obvious that they are fearful of what could happen in the near future, because when it comes to elections, I think they're going to be stomped out of sight. I use that word stomping because I like that word. I like that stomping sound.
Apparently, evidently you do, Jeff. Yeah, well, that's the thing, man. Even they are beginning to realize it. It's not working. They tried propaganda, that didn't work. They tried threats, that didn't work. They tried to insult people by saying they were quote unquote racist. Again, Islam is not a race. That didn't work. They tried everything they could against the people. They even, remember, Jeff and listeners, they even said that they're prepared to ignore, and this is if they win the general election, they're prepared to ignore the referendum and just throw Article 50 out of the Union or out of the window and stay in the EU.
I mean, come on, Dave.
They are.
Is this sound of desperate people because they want a mandate to go on the attack with? Because they got nothing. They got nothing. No. What can they do? Oh, people are going to come and vote for you because you decide to drop the referendum thing. Jog on. We know what you're all about.
Yeah.
And people don't want you. You're a lost cause. You might as well just give up. Give up. Go away.
I agree with that, Jeff.
That's my own personal opinion, though, Dave. It's just me.
Well, you know what? I agree with that, brother.
And that is it for this time. Next time, Part 3. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for listening, and may your God go with you. Goodbye.
The Unpleasant Blind Guy is copyright 2019. Anno Dominon.